Hello everybody, welcome to DD95. Getting close to 100. I'm a little bit excited. Okay, DD95 is from a situation comedy. It's going to be a little bit difficult. Good luck. Before we go there, let's go back to DD94, which was about a guitarist, an amazing guitarist, talking about how he developed his talent. Let's listen again.
It takes a lot of work. You have to work every day on it. And then that's not a downside. There isn't a downside, really.
Tommy Emmanuel is his name, and if you haven't seen the video or other videos of him, and if you do like the guitar, check it out. Some really nice stuff. Everybody did a very, very good job. Let me give you the answers. It takes a lot of work. You have to work every day on it. And then, that's not a downside. There isn't a downside, really. Okay? So the punctuation, the commas, the periods, a little tricky. It takes a lot of work. Alright? So, in this case, what is it? Playing the guitar. Playing the guitar professionally. If you want to play like me, it takes a lot of work. Change takes. What can we say? Instead of takes, good job. We can say requires. It requires a lot of work, a lot of practice. Practice. It requires a lot of practice. Just like you. You're studying English. You want to be professional like a native English speaker. You can do it. But it takes a lot of work. It requires a lot of practice. With daily dictation, you're getting good practice. But remember to say it with me. Okay. You have to, anybody who wants to play the guitar like me, you have to work every day. You have to practice every day. It's true. You have to practice, you have to work every day on it. On the guitar skills, on the English skills, every day on it. So it, once again, they're the same, and work, once again, they're the same. Now notice the pronunciation, he says on. In America we also say on. I think sometimes, some accents, some different countries, they might say on. But usually in America, we say on. And if you listen to Tommy, he says on too. You have to work every day on it. Every day. Some people say you need 10,000 hours of practice to be really good at something. Well, I know I've taught English for over 10,000 hours, so hopefully I'm okay. But I'll be honest. Almost all of my teaching experience is with Korean students. So for Brazilian students and Arabic students and Spanish-speaking students, you're my first. No, I've had one Spanish student. Yeah, but so this is a new experience for me, so I need another 10,000 hours. I could do it. Can you do it? I hope so. It takes a lot of work. You have to work every day on it. And every day, and then that's not a downside. So actually, I think this word might have been a mistake. Maybe he didn't want to say it. You can say it, and then that's not a downside. But you don't need it. And that's not a downside. What is a downside? A downside would be something discouraging or a negative aspect. So the downside, the negative aspect, the negative part, something that is not fun, the downside. So studying English every day, it's not fun. You gotta open the books and check the dictionary and look at the pronunciation and listen and practice and speak. That's a downside for most of us. When you're learning the guitar, in the beginning your fingers hurt because you get calluses, that hard skin, it really hurts. That's a downside. The downside, something negative. But he says, and that's not a downside. Practicing every day, if you love it, is not a downside. Is that true for you? For English? Practicing every day, is that a bad thing or is that a good thing? Well, if you can make it a good thing, you will be a professional. You will be great at English. If you do something, practice, and it's okay, you like it, you're having fun, you will become a superstar. I hope you like English. I'll be here, so I want you to. And that's not a downside. There isn't a downside, really. That's really cool. That is positive thinking. That is finding something you really love and focusing your time and effort into it. And if you enjoy it, there's no negative aspect. Today's key word is downside. And let's be honest. I'm sure when Tommy is practicing the guitar and he's sick, he doesn't want to practice. It becomes a negative thing. So even in English, you must have downsides to studying English, downsides to other things that you do. For example, for me, I live in Korea. I enjoy my life in Korea. Is there a downside? Yes. In Korea, if you don't speak Korean, life can be difficult. Many Korean people speak English, but if you really want to enjoy Korea and the Korean culture and the Korean people, you have to speak Korean. That's a downside. Korean is not an easy language to learn. So that's for me. What about for you? I know some of you are foreign exchange students. Maybe you live in America or the UK. I know, for example, Radik. He immigrated from Poland to London. I'm sure there are many advantages, many good things, but I'm sure there are some disadvantages, some downsides. So share your downsides. Let's practice. That's today's practice, sharing the downsides, the negative things. Okay. Anyway, Tommy's very positive. Let's say it again. Let's say it slowly. It takes a lot of work. You have to work every day on it. And then that's not a downside. There isn't a downside, really. Okay? Alright, I want you to listen 2 more times. And remember, say it with Tommy. Say it with the guy. And then we move on to Daily Dictation 95, which will be a little bit difficult.
It takes a lot of work. You have to work every day on it. And then that's not a downside. There isn't a downside, really. It takes a lot of work. You have to work every day on it. And then that's not a downside. There isn't a downside, really.
Okay, DD95 is from a situation comedy called Seinfeld. One of my favorite sitcoms, very popular in the US. This is a conversation on the phone. And the star, his name is Jerry, you have to dictate what Jerry says. This is Jerry on the phone. And the other person on the phone, I'll give you that dialogue. So you only need to dictate what Jerry says. Now, the other person is a telemarketer, a salesperson. Do you have salespeople calling you, calling your home, calling your cell phone, texting your phone? Do you like that? It's okay. Sometimes it's okay. Personally, I hate it. So if you don't like a telemarketer calling you, you need to memorize Jerry's dialogue because it's brilliant. Something to learn about dealing with or about handling telemarketers. It's not easy. Actually, the words are really easy, but the pronunciation and the speed makes it difficult. So good luck to you. Good luck on the dictation, and let me say hello to the new subscribers at the end of DD95.
Hello?
Hi. Would you be interested in switching over to TMI long distance service?
Oh, gee, I can't talk right now. Why don't you give me your home number and I'll call you later?
Well, I'm sorry. We're not allowed to do that.
Oh, I guess you don't want people calling you at home.
No.
Well, now you know how I feel. Hello?
Hi. Would you be interested in switching over to TMI long distance service?
Oh, gee, I can't talk right now. Why don't you give me your home number and I'll call you later?
Well, I'm sorry. We're not allowed to do that.
Oh, I guess you don't want people calling you at home.
No.
Well, now you know how I feel. Hello?
Hi. Would you be interested in switching over to TMI long distance service?
Oh, gee, I can't talk right now. Why don't you give me your home number and I'll call you later?
Well, I'm sorry. We're not allowed to do that.
Oh, I guess you don't want people calling you at home.
No.
Well, now you know how I feel. Hello?
Hi. Would you be interested in switching over to TMI long distance service?
Oh, gee, I can't talk right now. Why don't you give me your home number and I'll call you later?
Well, I'm sorry. We're not allowed to do that.
Oh, I guess you don't want people calling you at home.
No.
Well, now you know how I feel.
Okay, we need to say hello to Mr. Verona 2. Oh, no. 11. Mr. Verona 11 from Italy. Buongiorno. Grazie. Grazie. Thank you. From Canada, we have Mustafa, 1379. Mustafa. Mustafa is not a Canadian name. I don't know where you're from, though, but maybe you're a foreign exchange student. Thank you very much for joining my channel. From Spain, gracias, goes to Laura Segura. Is it Segura or Segura? I'm guessing Segura. Segura. Laura, gracias. Thank you very much for joining the channel. From the Dominican Republic, Side Guts. Gracias. Thank you for joining Side Guts. That's a cool name. Side Guts. Okay, from I don't know where, but Hatim 7X. I'm thinking maybe you're from the Middle East, so if I say shukran, that might be proper. Thank you, Hatim, for joining. From Turkey, and this is a really hard thank you. From Turkey, we have Sibel Tuna 1. Sibel Tuna 1. Sibel Tuna 1, that means somebody else has Sibel Tuna. Okay, let me check my Turkish. Hold on. Teşekkür ederim. It doesn't sound natural, I'm sorry. Teşekkür ederim. Thank you very much for joining my channel. From, I don't know where, but AQP1879, thank you very much for joining the channel. Doesn't have a YouTube page. The next person from Russia has a YouTube page. Rubts. Rupsavurig. Rupsavurig. Oh, this is tough. Rupsavurig. Spasiba. 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 Thank you for joining my channel. I don't even know if that's actually your name. I tried to pronounce it. The next guy, I don't know the country, but I'm guessing maybe Chinese. Deng Yi Tao. Deng Yi Tao. 谢谢 if you speak Mandarin. Thank you very much for joining my channel. From Brazil, obrigado. Thank you very much to Amagnat F. Now, I'm sure, is that your name? If it's your name, let me try again. Amagnat F. Amagnat F. I'm sorry. But anyway, thank you for joining. Obrigado. And finally, from Mexico, we have Gladísima. Gladísima. I am so glad, Gladísima, that you joined my channel. Gracias. Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody joining, watching the videos, and please tell your friends. Let's make the channel bigger and better, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.